moving to Australia as an international student, today's video is going to save you a ton of initial stress. I'm sharing the top apps you should download before you even land in Australia. These are the ones I wish I had on my phone right from the start because it makes things so much easier. Australia is very digital, like I don't even carry physical cards or cash. It's very much on everyone's phones these days, and everywhere pretty much you can pay with your phone. But even other than that, there are apps that are going to get you around without needing external help, so you look like you know your way around already. First up, let's talk about arrival and travel apps. Make a Google Drive folder and download Google Drive on your phone and put all your travel documents in there, like your flight details, your accommodation details. So if you need any one of them, you can just go into that folder rather than dig through your phone's files and photos. And keep copies of any other important documents like your passport, visa, things like that, so you're not digging through your email in the middle of the airport as well. And of course, download a currency converter app. There's one called Currency Converter Offline, or you can even use the Wise one, so you're not second guessing conversion rates the moment you land. Whether you're getting your SIM card or a travel card, you know how much you're paying. And if you do get an eSIM before traveling here, of course download the eSIM app. There's so many out there. I know I used Airalo when I went to Thailand, so that's one option, but there's so many out there, so do your research on that, or you can just buy a SIM at the airport, which is what I did. Now money next, because how are you going to pay for the SIM card? If you're transferring funds from overseas, Wise has some of the lowest fees I've heard and fastest transfers, but do look into other apps and options, or even get a international card some banks offer. So you make sure you have that set up in the app or in Google Wallet, which is where most cards live when you're here. Google Wallet or Apple Wallet, whichever one you use. And if you're sharing a house with other people, Splitwise is a lifesaver for tracking bills and groceries and splitting them amongst people. This is not necessary, but just to let you know if you're doing that right off the bat. And once you know which Australian bank you'll use, of course you'll download that bank's app, like CommBank, NAB, Westpac. If you already know the one you're going to go to, download their app straight away. Many banks even let you start the account opening process online, so your card is waiting for you on arrival. Next are transport apps. Every state has their own system, but if you're coming to Sydney, get the Opal Travel app and the TripView app. In Melbourne, it's Mikey, and in Queensland, it's Go Card. I've made a whole separate video explaining transport in different cities in another video, so go check that out if you're curious. These show your balance, essentially, trip history, and sometimes even lets you top up from your phone. In Sydney, you can pay with your credit or debit card though, so that's another thing to keep in mind. And I also recommend to download Google Maps, because it will give you real-time public transport info and how to get somewhere. It'll tell you which platform, which bus stops and delays. It's great. It was my lifesaver when I first came here. And for times when public transport isn't practical, I did have Uber on my phone, and it helped me get me to my first destination. Airports also have stands for Uber these days, so if you're taking a taxi or any other apps services, I think you have to go to another stand, but Uber has their own pickup points at airports, which is great. But other than Uber, you can also download Didi and 13 Cabs. Ride sharing can be a cheaper option than a taxi. I know Uber even has Uber Pool these days, so you can pool the ride with other people, so it costs you less for the ride, which can help with splitting the fare and getting the best price. Next up, finding a place and finding a job, which are top priorities for people coming to Australia. For rooms, short-term stays, or even furniture, there's flatmates.com and Gumtree are super popular. There's also Facebook Marketplace. For part-time work in stores, Seek, Indeed, and Jora. These are the main job boards for casual and student-friendly roles. Now, for some fun apps, you'll definitely need one food delivery app, whether that's Menulog, Uber Eats, or DoorDash. Keep an eye out for student discounts. I've made a whole separate video on student discount apps, so go watch that. For shopping and deals, there's Shopbacks, Unidays, and Honey to give you cashback and discounts. I've even made a video on cashback apps. And if you're looking to make friends and attend events, Meetup.com and Eventbrite. They list free and paid events happening around you, and it can help you get out there more. So that was my list of top apps to have for anyone moving to Australia. Having these downloaded before you land will make your first few weeks much smoother, make you feel like you have every convenience on your phone if you need it. I post a lot about moving to Australia, studying here, working here, self-development and pop culture. So follow along and I'll see you next time.